In this video, we're going to show you how to add your team members to your account for easier access to their recipes and a more consistent end product. We give you 3 levels of sharing in Meez. Let's start with the group level, adding team members to your account. To add team members to your concept, go to the Manage Team page. Then click Add Team Member. Enter in the name and email address of the employee, and now decide whether you want this team member to be a viewer or an editor. Alright, so what's the difference? Editors can create, edit, and delete recipes from a concept, while viewers can view, scale, and print recipes, but can't change them. Viewers are free to add to your account, but editors may come at an additional cost. Managers can be viewers or editors. The manager box if that team member needs access to the purchase item table. And also note that adding managers may also come at an additional cost. So that was adding team members, but there are a couple other ways of sharing recipes in Meez. For instance, from any recipe page, click the share icon at the top of the screen. There are a couple options there. First, granting view access. This means that your viewer will be able to see a live version of your recipe, but with no option to edit. However, changes that you make to this recipe will be visible to them. Then there's sending a copy of a recipe, which will give the recipient their own copy of the recipe in their own free Meez account. They'll be able to edit the recipe without affecting your copy, and vice versa. The last option is publishing to the web. From here, you can create a public URL for your view-only recipe, and then you can copy the link right from here and share it with your colleagues or audience. Just like with individual recipes, you can also grant view access to a recipe book. So that means that your viewer will be able to see a live version of this recipe book and all the recipes within it. And they're not going to have edit privileges. Changes that you make to these recipes or the recipe book are going to be visible to them. And you can always remove viewers from the recipe book by clicking the info button. And then just like sharing a copy of a recipe, you can also share a copy of a recipe book. And the recipient will receive copies of every recipe in that book. They'll be able to edit those recipes independently of yours. And those are the 3 ways of sharing your recipes in Meez. If you have any questions, please reach out to support@getmeez.com or click the question mark at the top right to open up a chat with the support team.